Start to find your yogic breath, breathing in through your nose and out of your nose. Swallow once and let your tongue rest on the hard palate of the roof of your mouth. Soften the space between your jaw. Soften the space around your ears. Soften the space between your eyebrows. Let's find our full body yogic breath. Taking up more time for yourself than you have all day. Taking up more space for yourself. Know that where you are is exactly where you're supposed to be, and all of your steps through the day have led you here. You do not have to commit to your pose. Commit to your practice. Commit to being here, this moment, this breath. This is it. Let's start off today's practice with 3 deep sighs of relief out our mouth. Inhale in through your nose, let your chest and ribs open and expand. And as you exhale, drop open your jaw. Let all of that air out. Inhale again through the nose. Let your ribs expand, your belly fills, chest opens up. And as you exhale, drop open your jaw, maybe even stick out your tongue in your lion's breath. One more, releasing any unwanted energy. Inhale in through the nose, open, 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 expand, expand, expand. Exhale, huge release out. Come back into your yogic breath, breathing in through your nose and out of your nose. Slow down the breath. Slow down time. Make your inhales and exhales the same amount of time. Inhaling 1, 2, 3. Exhale 1, 2, 3. Slightly pause for 1 to 2 counts. And then inhale again. Inhale 1, 2, 3. Exhale 1, 2, 3. Slightly pause. And inhale again. Yoga is any restraint of the mind stop, allowing yourself to relax and release away from the narrative that constantly plays into our minds. Usually one thought comes in and then 3 or 4 thoughts can stem out from that one thought, and then we're thinking about a dozen things at the same time. Allow the thoughts to calm. Allow your mind to calm. Focus on your breath. Inhale 1, 2, 3. Exhale 1, 2, 3. Slightly pause. 1, 2, and inhale again. It is natural for the thoughts to come in. Come back to your breath, letting the thoughts release to the side. Letting the thoughts pass like clouds without attaching emotion or another story to them. Come back to your breath. Inhale 1, 2, 3. Exhale 1, 2, 3. Slightly pause. Whether you're sitting or laying down, allow your shoulders to lengthen down your back. On your next exhale, allow your spine and tailbone to come to a neutral position. On your next exhale, allow your hips to relax. Whether you're sitting or laying down, on your next inhale, draw your chin over towards your right shoulder. Press the left side of your neck down. Left side of your shoulder down. Inhale, bring your chin back to center. Inhale, take your chin over towards your left shoulder. Draw your right side down. Right shoulder, lengthen through the right side of the neck. Take another full breath here. And bring your chin back to center. Inhale, let your arms drape down by the sides of your body towards your hips. Let your hands go out to the side and open up. If you have a shoulder discomfort or injury, you would only stay at your shoulder's height. If your shoulders feel okay, we're going to reach up and over our heads. Turn your palms inward. Inhale. As you exhale, let your hands come out in a T shape all the way down towards your hips. Again, turn the palms up. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up to the sky. Or if you're laying down, over your head. And exhale, flip the palms the other way. Bring them out into that T shape and then all the way towards your hips. Inhale, flip the palms up. Reach up towards the sky. Exhale, flip the palms out. And let your hands drape down towards your hips. Let's switch directions. Inhale, letting your arms come in front of your shoulders. Your hands reach in front of your shoulders forward and all the way over your head if that feels right. Exhale, hands come forward in front of the shoulder joint, down towards the hips. Again, inhale, sweep out in front of your shoulders, up towards the sky, or over your head if you're laying. Exhale, come down and towards the hips. Inhale, reach out in front of the shoulders, up towards the sky, or over the head, and hold here. Breathe in. As you exhale, draw your right wrist into your left hand, wrapping your left hand around your right wrist. Pull over gently to your left, stretching to the right side of your body, the shoulder, the rib, the hip. Inhale, come to center. Shimmy your shoulders back into place if laying down. Switch your wrist, bringing your left wrist into your right hand. Take a breath in. As we begin our exhale, let's reach over towards the right. Inhale, come to center. Exhale, release your hands down and towards your hips. If you're laying down, pull your knees into your chest. Massage your lower back doing small rocks or little circles. If you're sitting with me, let's do small rocks side to side. moving through the rib cage, warming up the shoulders, breathing through our low backs. Now let's all do little circles. If you're sitting, pull with your heart over towards your right knee and then your left knee and then round your spine. If you're laying, knees come into your chest, go over towards the right shoulder and then your left shoulder and then round. Now let's switch directions on your circles, okay? Inhale over towards your left knee, right knee, and round. And if you're laying, pull the knees towards the left shoulder, right shoulder, and round. If you're laying, you can rock a few times front to back, up into seated, or reach one arm back, roll over into that side, and push yourself up into seated. And let's meet there. Come into Sukhasana, crossing one shin in front of the other, or you could sit however you'd like, right? You don't have to sit like this. You can take one leg out. You can take both of your legs out in front of you. You can even sit in a chair. Let's sweep our hands up to the sky, palms turn in, shoulders stay down. As you exhale, flip the palms out and go out and behind you. Pressing your pinkies back, squeezing your triceps together. Inhale, flip the palms up, sweep up. Interlace the fingers at the top. Flip your palms up, opening up your wrists. Inhale. As we exhale, let's bend at the elbows. Take our hands behind our head. If this doesn't feel good, hands can come in front of your forehead or even lower in front of your chest. Now inhale. Exhale, lean towards the right, opening up the left side of the body. Inhale, come to center. Exhale, lean towards the left. Inhale, come to center. Reach your hands up. Keep the fingers interlaced, opening up the wrists. Exhale and release the hands all the way down towards the hips. Reach your right hand out to the right. Take your left hand up to the sky and even over towards the right. Bend the right elbow. Rotate the left ribs towards the sky. Inhale, pull yourself up to center and lean over to the left. Reach the right hand up towards the sky, and then at the exhale, we're going to reach the right hand towards the left. Open up the right ribs. Start to bend the left elbow. Maybe not. Inhale, come up. Reach up, breathe up, pressing your shoulders down. Exhale, cactus arms. Bend your elbows up to the side, 90 degrees. Inhale. Exhale, pull the elbows in front of your shoulders. Maybe we can glue the elbows together and lift them up higher. Exhale, open up the elbows. Inhale, sweep up to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Right. If you have low back sensitivity, like I do, you're going to stay up higher. You're not going to go down too low. If it feels good to go down low, walk the hands out. You're going to bend the elbows, or you can have that bolster in front of you, right? Like a big pillow. Or you can have your yoga blocks in front of you. You have lots of options. Most of us are practicing at home. Get creative with your prompts. Let's slide your hands back. rolling your shoulders back on top of your hips. Unravel your legs and bring your other leg in front. Naturally, we put the more dominant leg in front, but bring the other leg in front, the less dominant leg, right? Let your hips go a little side to side until you find that even sit bone. Soften your front ribs, bringing your heart back into your chest. Inhale, sweep up to the sky. Grab your right wrist into your left hand and exhale, pull to the left. Inhale, come to center. Take your left wrist into your right hand, pull over to the right. Inhale, come to center. Exhale, arms come out, and let's bend the elbows into our cactus. Spread open your fingers. Press your shoulders back into their sockets. Inhale. Exhale fully, pull the elbows together. Inhale, open up the elbows. Exhale, pull the elbows together. Inhale, open up the elbows. Exhale, pull the elbows together. Try to glue the elbows up in, and then pull the elbows up, and then lift your ribs off your hips. Come into a little extension here at back bend. Inhale. Exhale, unravel the upper body. Unravel your arms, unravel the shoulders. Bring your hands up. Exhale, fold forward. Okay. This is a gentle flow. Okay. It's similar to Iyengar alignment with your vinyasa flow, except without the vinyasa and the chaturangas. But we're also going to add a little yoga tune-up today. We're massaging your myofascia, and maybe we'll work on that balance because all of it is good, right? And I love it all. Let's start to pull your heart close towards the ground. Two more full body breaths wherever you are. Again, if the thoughts come in, relax. Come back to your breath. It is normal for those thoughts to come in and distract you. Come back to your breath. Slide your hands back. Release your props over to your side so that they're available if needed, but they're out of your way. Unravel your legs, come into your tabletop. Bringing your hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Knead out through your hands, like lift them up, place them down like you're a little cat, and also do the same thing through your knees to make sure that you find that good spot, right? Where your wrists are right underneath your shoulders, your fingers are spread, your pointer finger is parallel with your other pointer finger and your mat's edge. Look at your knees. Your knees should be about 2 fist distance apart. The space of your anterior superior iliac spine, your hip bones. Look at your feet. Your feet should be behind your knees, so you cannot see them. Usually shoes and socks come off in your yoga practice. That's going to help with blood flow and balance. But if you're cold like me, you haven't warmed up yet and you want to keep the socks on, no big deal. Let's take an inhale, letting our bellies drop down towards the ground. Open your heart. Push your tailbone up towards the sky. As you exhale, round your spine. Press through your hands, through every knuckle. Press through your shins and the tops of your feet. Inhale, belly drops down. Heart goes forward, lengthen through your spine. And as you exhale, round through your spine. Press through your hands, in your shins, in your feet. Inhale, belly drops down. Heart opens, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Exhale, big round. Good. Inhale, come into tabletop, where you're not in cat, you're not in cow, you're in a neutral spine, the same spine that you walk with, right? Now, take your knees as wide as the mat. You can even go wider. Let your big toes come towards each other. Let's pull our bellies down. Open your heart. Push your hips back. As you exhale, round your spine. Hollow out through the navel. Push your hips down towards your heels. Good. Let your forehead come down towards your mat. Let your hands come by the side of your body. The backs of your hands rest on your mat. Turn your right ear towards the floor, stretching the right side of your neck. This is child's pose. This is full child's pose when your forehead is on the ground. If you ever need to take a break, you come into child's pose. And unless child's pose is not comfortable for you, you're going to come into any pose you like. Now let's switch. Turn your left ear towards the floor. Bring your forehead to the ground. Slide out your hands, bringing your hands to part. Bring them right in front of your shoulders and press into your palms so much that your forearms lift and firm off the mat. Inhale, shift your shoulders on top of your hands. Now, bring your knees underneath your hips again. Good. Let's slide our right knee forward between our hands and push your left knee back. All right, come onto your yoga fingertips, walking your hands underneath your shoulders. Or if you have your block, you can use your block. Or if you prefer using your chair, you can use your chair. Your props are your friends. I want you to think of lengthening through the left hip and the psoas. Your psoas is this huge rubber band-like muscle that goes from the top of the thigh through the hips into your abdominal wall. Think of opening that side of you. Remember, if you have any discomfort, you can release the pose. You can do a different pose. Protect the right knee. Also protect that left hip. Inhale. And as you exhale, pull your heart down. Begin to bend your elbows. Maybe come down into the forearms, into your rested iguana. And bring your head down towards the mat. Walk your hands back. Slide your right knee back. Bring your right knee underneath the right hip. Slide your left knee forward, all the way between your hands, and then give that right leg a little push back. Wiggle it back. First, we're going to open the right hip, so stay tall, maybe on the fingertips. And the risk area is the low back when we're up high. So if the low back doesn't like that, you're going to stay lower, right? Know where you need to modify for your body. Good. Now, take an inhale, finding that length, finding your pose. As you exhale, bring your heart down towards the ground. Resting iguana. Come onto your hands. Rest into your hands, lifting your heart. Your gaze is the last thing to come up. Slide back your left knee. Take your left knee wide, your right knee wide. Big toes come towards each other. Round your spine. Push your hips down towards your heels. Shift forward from your knees. Bring your knees underneath your hips. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Curl your toes under. Lift your knees off the ground, push your hips up and back. Come into your first downward facing dog. If you're feeling tight in your hamstrings, take your feet wider. And we can go as wide as our mat. Now lift your heels up high. Bend your right knee, draw the left heel down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, switch. If you have low blood pressure, vertigo, glaucoma issues, anything where you're not supposed to be upside down, you should avoid inversions, avoid downward dog, avoid anything where you're going upside down, okay? Only do what feels right, what helps your practice. And usually that doesn't go with what we want to do, right? The ego wants to go further. It wants to do all these crazy poses. We have to let go of the ego and do what feels truly right, okay? And you're pedaling out here. 2, 2, 1, and 1. Good. Now lift your heels, bend your knees, bring your knees slowly down towards the ground. Uncurl the toes. Let the big toes come towards each other, hips go down and back. Inhale, shift forward onto your hands and knees. Curl the toes under. Lift the knees 2 inches away from the ground. And exhale, downward dog. And now lift the heels. Exhale, draw your heels towards the ground. Inhale, lift. Exhale, draw them towards the ground. Inhale, lift. Exhale, draw them in. Now, step as many steps as it takes to meet your hands. Find your forward fold. Bend your knees. Feel the stretch from the back of your hamstrings. Round your spine. Inhale, place your hands on your shins. Come up halfway into a flat back. Squeezing your shoulder blades back and together. Exhale, fold, rounding your spine. Inhale, press through the heels. Come into extended mountain pose. Reach up to the sky. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Good. I'm going to adjust the screens because we want to do some balance poses today. Thank you, Jan. Step your feet underneath your hips. Roll the shoulders back. Have your stabilizer close to you, whether that be your chair or your wall if you need it, okay? Look down at your feet. Spread all 10 toes. Peel the toes back, coming into your heels. Now let the 10 toes press deeply into the ground like you're gripping the ground, and then roll over onto the front of the ball of the foot and lift the heels. And then let's roll back. Fan and open the toes. Roll onto the front of the foot and lift the heels higher. Do a few like this, okay? And your hands can be at your hips or in your Anjali Mudra, or maybe one hand is on the chair. Okay, let's come all the way back to center, rooting our heels into the ground. And the base of the big toe, the base of the pinky toe, okay? Lift your arms up to the sky. Inhale, inhale, inhale. And as you exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Bend your knees. Push your hips down and back. The space between your feet should remain that 2 fist distance space. And make sure you can see your toes. Okay, get even lower. Push your hips back, lift your heart. Take an inhale. As you exhale, sit lower, 2 more inches, and lift your heart. Okay, stay right here. Inhale. As you exhale, lift your right heel. Exhale, bring the right heel down. Inhale.
Sorry, I couldn't find EXO in your music.
Oh. Lift your left heel. Exhale, bring the left heel down. Let both of your heels come down. Ignore what I'm doing. Focus on your practice. Sit lower down into the heels. Now press through your heels. Reach up towards the ceiling. Palms turn in, shoulders stay down. Exhale, hands to your heart. Sit low. Get low again. Now, can you lift both your heels? Exhale, bring the heels down. Inhale, lift both your heels. Pull your belly button in towards your spine. Exhale, both of your heels come down. Again, lift. Exhale, both your heels come down. Inhale, press into your heels. Sweep your hands up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Now, know where your hip bones are. Let's touch our hip bones for a second. Our ASIS. Also touch the back of your hip bones, the PSIS, posterior superior iliac spine. Without leaning to the right or to the left, let's bring our hands back to our Anjali Mudra. Lift your right heel. Root into your left foot and bring your right knee high into your chest. Flex your right foot. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, cactus arms. Bend your elbows out 90 degrees. Inhale, open the right knee. Exhale, pull your right knee back in front of the hip. Inhale, open the right knee. Exhale, close the elbows. Bring your elbows only in front of the shoulders. Right knee comes back in front of the right hip. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Engage your core. Inhale, open. Exhale, pull in. Inhale, open. Exhale, pull in. Step your right foot down. Parallel to your left. Bring your hands down. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, sit into your heels. Bend your knees. Press your arms back like we do in our cave pose. Reach your hands up. Exhale, sit lower. Lift your heart. Can we see all 10 toes? I hope so. Okay? Shift your weight back into your shins, back into your heels. Press into standing. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Root into your right foot without leaning too much. Engage your core, pull your belly in. Lift your left heel. Take an inhale. Exhale, pull your left knee in front of your left hip. Flex your left foot. We're not leaning back here. Find that stability. Reach your hands up. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, open your left knee out to the left. Exhale, pull your left knee in front of the left hip. Inhale, open the left knee. Exhale, pull your elbows in front of your shoulders and bring your left knee back in. Inhale, open. Exhale, pull back in. Inhale, open. Try to look at something that is not moving. Find your drishti. Exhale, pull back in. Inhale, open. Exhale, pull back in. One more. Inhale, open. Exhale, pull back in. Step down. Let your hands come down. Reach your arms back. Sit into your chair pose. Make sure you can see your toes. Push into your heels. Come into your extended mountain pose. Utthita Hasana and Tadasana. Exhale, hands to your Anjali Mudra. Good. Now lift your right heel. Turn your right knee out to the right. Okay. Slide your right foot to your left ankle Watch out for that left hip. Pull it in. Really good. Okay. Now your right foot can come to your left calf, or you can grab the foot, place it on the inside of your left thigh. All right? Hands can come up to the sky when you're ready, or out into cactus, or in a high V growing those branches. Your foot can go anywhere you like except on the knee, okay? Don't put it on the knee because I don't want you to push laterally on your knee. That can really injure your knee. Don't do that. Three deep breaths. One more inhale. Exhale. Release your right foot towards the ground. Sit into your heels. Bend your knees. Sweep your arms back. Inhale, stand up. Exhale, hands to your Anjali Mudra. Root into your right foot. Lift your left heel. Turn the left knee out to the left. Bring your left foot to the right thigh. Slide, or the right ankle, or right thigh, right calf, but not the knee, okay? So wherever you want to go today, find that pose. Pull your right hip in. Option for the hands to come up. Three more deep breaths wherever you are. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Gracefully release your left foot. Sit into your heels, bend your knees, arms go down and back, Utkatasana. Inhale, sweep up, sit lower. Exhale, fold over your thighs. Inhale, place your hands on your shins, come up halfway, draw the shoulder blades back and together, like you do in your cobra. As you exhale, fold down towards your toes. Place your hands down. Step your left foot back, right foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees. Do a few cat-cows here. Inhale, belly comes down, heart opens. Exhale, round. Good. Inhale, lengthen. If your gaze comes up, it's the last to go. Exhale, big round. Now let's sit all the way back onto our heels. Roll your shoulders on top of your hips. Come into your hero's pose and undulate through the spine. Pushing your belly button forward, tailbone and back, anterior tilt to move through neutral and then round into your posterior tilt. Two. And one. Good. Come into your neutral spine. Bring your chin towards your chest. Take your right fingertips onto your left temple and then draw your right ear over towards your right shoulder. Look towards the sky. Press your left shoulder down. Reach the left hand out. Now it says, if someone is pulling your left arm, let your hips drop way to the left. Good. Release your hands. Pull yourself back to center by engaging your core. Roll the shoulders back. Bring your chin into your chest. Let your left ear roll to your left shoulder. Bring your left hand onto your right temple, encouraging your neck to stretch deeper, but it's not a giant pull. It's just like a gentle encouragement. You don't want to hurt yourself, okay? We practice ahimsa as yogis, no harm to ourselves, no harm to others. Let's take a deep breath here. As you exhale, let your hips drop as if I'm coming by and I'm pulling on you. Good. Let's come back to center. Roll your shoulders back. All right. Grab your yoga tune-up balls in this little toe. And you're going to unlock the toe. We're going to take just one of the balls out. Actually, take them both out. We're going to use one on each side. These get squishy over time, and you want to evenly break them out. So grab one, place the other over to the side. If you don't have this, a tennis ball can work, a lacrosse ball can work. In a bind, a student told me that a potato can even work, okay? We're going to bring that ball to your right hip bump. And then roll over into your right side. Use your right forearm to help prop you up. And roll through that hip, okay? That right hip bump, that bone, it's called your greater trochanter. You want to draw circles around that bone, okay? Keep on drawing, keep on breathing. Find your breath again. Try to smile. This work here is where we can bring it into our face a lot. We can bring it into our eyebrows. Don't do that. Stay out of your jaw. Remind yourself to breathe. Now switch directions on your circles. Go the other way around. Bend your left knee, using your left foot behind your right thigh to prop you up. Good. Place the ball right into the hip crease of your piriformis, that hip crease on the right side, and add a lever. Bring the right leg up. Exhale, bring the right leg down. Inhale. Exhale, bring the right leg up. Exhale, bring the right leg down. Inhale. Exhale, bring the right leg up. Exhale, bring the right leg down. Good. Stack both your knees. Reach your right arm out so you can relax on the right arm, using your arm as a pillow underneath your head. Put your full weight on the ball and take 3 deep, sustained compression breaths here. Now, push yourself up. Bring your legs out in front of you. Use your hands behind you to help prop you up in this seated windshield wiper, flushing out your right hip. Feel the difference between your right and left hip. Okay. Should feel like your right hip has more movement. Now, let's grab the other ball, the one that you didn't use yet. Switch them out. Take your other ball to that left hip bone. Come onto the left side. Use your right foot behind your left foot to help prop you up and draw circles around the hip bone. And if you're new to this, it is gonna hurt so good. Okay. Your myofascia is the connective tissue that holds your muscle on your skeleton. When it gets too tight, we have pain in our body and we don't know why. You need a massage. Okay. You deserve to be massaged. Take it. Let's switch directions on our massage. Now place the ball somewhere in the middle of the hip crease and do that lever. Lift your left leg. And exhale, bring it down. And lift the left leg. And exhale, bring it down. And inhale, lift. And exhale, bring it down. One more for fun. Lift. Exhale, bring it down. Stack your knees. Reach your left arm out, using your arm to rest your head on. Take a few deep breaths here. Let your toes relax. Bring your tongue to the hard palate of the roof of your mouth, reminding you to soften your jaw, reminding you to breathe deep. Use your free hand to help push you up into seated. Let's bring the balls into their tote. Okay. Lock the black lever on it down. So pull it down. And slowly make your way down onto your mat. Use your hands, forearms. Bend your knees. Come into your windshield wipers. Knees go to the right and to the left. Let's stop our windshield wipers. Bring your hands down by the side of your body. Make sure there's nothing underneath your head. Walk your fingers towards the front of your mat. Press your shoulders back. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, tuck your pelvis, lift your hips, roll on up to the sky. Inhale at the top. As you exhale, slowly roll down, one vertebrae at a time. Bring your knees into your chest. Arms come out into a T shape or cactus arms. Inhale. Exhale, knees go to the left, gaze goes to the right. Inhale, bring your knees towards your chest. Exhale to the right, gaze goes towards your left. Inhale, bring your knees in. Take your knees wide. Right hand on your right knee, left hand on your left knee, and let your hips open up. If happy baby is in your practice, grab onto your happy baby. Right foot into your right hand, left foot into your left hand. Pull the knees to the outside of your armpits and rock a little bit. Now do any stretch you'd like to do, big or small, before finding Shavasana. If you're ready for your closing meditation, you can use the balls at the base of your neck or right in the sweet spot of the shoulders where you wish someone would dig their thumbs into. If you'd like grounding, place a blanket over you or place weight on your thighs. Close your eyes. Allow yourself to relax. Allow your breath to relax. Let every piece of you melt into the mat. Lay down. Let your head, neck, and chest be in alignment. Focus on your heart area. In the middle of your chest, the spiritual heart is located. With your mouth closed, breathe in and out of your chest, focusing on your heart as if you're breathing in and out through your heart. Breathe deeply. Because of the purity of your seeking, many incredibly high beings are present, and with them comes the spiritual substance of which all form derives. You can imagine that the substance is a golden mist that fills the air. You can imagine this golden mist. With every breath, don't just breathe in air. Imagine you are pulling yourself into the golden mist, into this golden substance. Fill with it. Let it pour through your entire body. Breathe in the energy of the universe, the Shakti of the universe. And breathe in the breath of God. Let it fill your whole body. Each time you breathe out all the things in you that keep you from knowing your true self. Breathe out all separateness, all the feelings of unworthiness, all the self-pity, all the attachment to your pain, whether it's physical or psychological. Breathe out anger, breathe out doubt, breathe out greed, lust, and confusion. Breathe in God's breath and breathe out all impediments that keep you from knowing God. Let the breath be the transformation. Now let the golden mist that has poured into your being focus in the middle of your chest. Let it take form as a tiny being, the size of a thumb, sitting on a lotus flower right in the middle of your chest. Notice its equanimity, the radiance that comes from within. Use your imagination. As you look upon this being, see that it is radiating light. See the light pouring out. As you meditate upon it, experience the deep peace that is emanating from this being. Feel as you look upon this being that it is a being of great wisdom. It's sitting quietly, silently, perfecting poise in your heart. Feel its compassion and its love. Let yourself be filled with its love. Now slowly let this tiny being grow in size until it fills your body. So its head fills the space of your head, its torso, your torso, its arms, your arms, its legs, your legs. So now in the skin of your body sits this being, a being of infinite wisdom, a being of deepest compassion, a being that is bathed in bliss, a being that is self-effulgent, a being of perfect tranquility. Let this being begin to grow in size. Experience yourself growing until everything in the room around you is within your body. All of the sounds of and the sensory experiences are coming from inside you. Continue to grow. Feel your vastness, your peace, your equanimity. Your head extends into the sky. Expand until your town, your environment, and all the beings within them are contained within you. Experience the human condition. See the loneliness, joy, violence, paranoia, a mother's love for her child, sickness, fear of death. See it all. It is all within you. See it with compassion and with caring, and at the same moment, equanimity. Feel the light pour through your being, pour through you. Let yourself grow, still larger. Feel your vastness increase until you're sitting in the middle of this galaxy. The earth deep within your belly, all humankind is within you. Feel the turmoil and the longing. Feel the beauty. Sit in this universe, silent, peaceful, compassionate, loving. All of the creations of human beings' minds are within you. Look upon them with compassion. Continue to grow not only this galaxy, but every galaxy is within you. Until everything you can conceive is within you. All of it is inside of you. You are the only one. Feel all your aloneness, your silence, your peace. There are no other beings here. All planes of consciousness are within you, and all beings are within you. You are the ancient one. Everything that has ever been, everything that ever was, is, or will be, is part of the dance of your being. You are the universe, so you have infinite wisdom. You feel all the feelings of the universe, so you have infinite compassion. Let the boundaries of your being dissolve. Immerse yourself into that which is beyond form. Sit for a moment. Lay down for a moment. In this formless, beyond compassion and beyond love, beyond God, let it all be in its perfection. Very gently, very slowly, let the boundaries of your vast being, the one, reestablish themselves. Vast silence. All is within you. Come back from the beyond and the one, and slowly come down to size. Come down through the universe, into the universe, until your head is once among the planets, and the earth is within you. Come down again until your head is once again in the heavens, and the cities are within you. Come down into the size until your head is at the top of your room. Stop here for a moment. From this place, look down into your room. Find the being who you thought you were when you began this meditation. Look at that being. Bring to bear all of your love and compassion. See the journey of that being as it is living out this incarnation. See its fears, its doubts, its connections. See all the thoughts and objects it clings to that keep it from being free. See how close it is to knowing who it is. Look within that being and see the purity of its soul. Reach down with your mind and very gently place your hand on the head of this being and bestow it your blessings, that in this very life it may fully know itself. Experience simultaneously that which blesses and that which is being blessed. Now come back down into the body you thought you were when you began. You are still flesh, surrounded and surrounding, and being of radiance and wisdom, and being of compassion that comes from attunement with the truth, with love, for all that comes from this being, that vast one. That love and peace are pouring out of you to all beings everywhere, like a beacon for all those who suffer. Remember those people towards you who you have felt less loving. Look to their souls and surround them with light, with the love and peace of this moment. Let go of anger, let go of judgment. Send the light of love and peace out to people who are ill, who are lonely, who are afraid, who have lost their way. Share your blessings, because only when you give can you continue to receive. As your journey on this spiritual path, accept the responsibility for sharing what you have received. This is part of God's harmony, of becoming an instrument for the will of God. Let the radiant, perfect being within you again assume its diminutive form, the size of a thumb. See it again sitting on the lotus flower in your spiritual heart, in the middle of your chest, radiant with light, peaceful, immensely compassionate. This being is love. This being is wisdom. This is the inner guru. This is the being within you who is always known. This is the being you meet through your deeper intuition when you go beyond your mind. This is the tiny form of the entire universe that exists within you. At any time, you need to sit and quiet your mind, and you will hear this being guiding you home. When you finish this journey, you will have disappeared into this being, surrendered, merged, and then you will know the truth. A great realized being, what you are meant to know, what you are, the God, the guru, and self, you are one. Start to wiggle your toes and your fingers. Reach your right arm back and roll over into your right side. Try keeping your eyes closed. Push yourself up into a seated position. However you'd like to sit is perfect. With your eyes closed, let's reach up to the sky, soak in all that goodness you created. And exhale, bring your hands to your heart, bring your practice to your heart. Let's take one more grateful breath together, closing our practice. Thank you for practicing with me today. Have a great day. Namaste.